Welcome to a NAK Squad live stream. We're going to look at some of the features of the new Contact DLC. I haven't spent much time looking at it, so I am going to need your help. If you guys put any comments into the live chat, hopefully I'll see them. Maybe you can help me figure out some of these functions and features of the new DLC. I'm going to be looking at it mostly from a Threeden point of view, or a Eden point of view. Sorry, I used a Threeden mod. As you can see, Threeden Enhanced, great mod. So I'm going to look at it from that point of view mostly. So if you guys see anything or can help me out, if I have any questions, please feel free to add them to the comments. If you want to find out more information about NAK Squad, go ahead and visit our website at www.naksquad.net. We do stream on Saturdays very often, and that's our NAK Tac unit. More information is available on our website about that as well. So let's go ahead and first, we're just going to go ahead and see how they've separated it in the Eden editor. And I think they did a very nice job. So you'll see it separated into two different mods. One is the Arma 3 Contact platform, and it shows as mod Enoch here. This is the stuff that is going to be available to anyone who downloads the non-purchased Contact. And then the other list is the Arma 3 Contact non-platform version. And this is all the stuff that you get only if you purchase the DLC. So from that, if you're making a mission in which you want everybody to be able to play it, you want to make sure you pick the Arma 3 Contact platform and use those elements only. If you want it to work with anybody, then you can use the mod Contact or the Arma 3 Contact one. So that's the difference. And so what we're really looking at is some of these new features that are only available in the DLC, the purchased version of it. A lot of the other stuff that was available in the platform we've seen over the dev versions over the last few weeks or so. So this stuff is all relatively new. And we're just going to go through them relatively quickly, and then we'll pay some attention to some other ones. And I'm going to need your help on some of them because I can't figure out all of it. So first is obviously fire, big fire, fire no light, a whole bunch of different particle effects, which was nice. In the past, I've had to use mods for particle effects. Now they're built in, which is nice. Just pick them easily. So that's pretty straightforward. You can see what they look like there. Let's go ahead and just clear those out. Next is the gravity anomaly. From inside Eden, it's very hard to tell that it's doing anything. But let's go move it to a new spot, and I'll quickly put down a character, and we'll play first person here. We'll get into these alien entities in a few minutes, I promise. We'll just put down one character, play it single player. All right, so right here is where the anti-gravity module is, and you can see things are floating here, leaves, branches, whatnot. Not a huge radius, but it's not too bad. You can see again, it's all the way out here. We got some stuff, and they do tend to phase out. See, so it's just a particle effect, but they're using different objects as particles, such as the branches and the leaves and the rocks and whatnot. So like any other particle effect, if you've used any particle effect mods, you just indicate what type of particle, the radius of the particle effect, and how long they'll stay in existence. And then how gravity affects them, and in this case, no gravity. All right, back to the Eden editor there. All right, so we can leave that if we want. Let's go ahead and go down the list. And we got a whole bunch of environmental stuff, parts of rocks that have fallen out of space, debris, all interesting stuff, different sizes. You can see different tendrils, big giant tendrils coming out here. Hey Klaus, I'm live streaming. So these are the pieces that are new. So just a lot of the alien sort of look so that you can make alien crash sites or whatnot. Next, we'll go down to equipment, but we'll show those in a moment on the players. Here's the things that you're probably waiting for. And that would be one of them there. That's the alien entity. That's the large one. Obviously, it's even hard to see from this angle. So big. Let me move it out. There we go. So that's quite large there. Next is a lens flare. Well, that's interesting. So it's just a blue lens flare that you can put anywhere. Let's see if we can change the color of the flare. It does not look like it has any states or anything, so I think it's just a blue lens flare, which is okay. Again, if you want to use particle effects and stuff, there are better mods for particle effects that you can get more worked out. Okay, so we have a matter ball. I have no idea. Anybody that has played the whoops, sorry. Every time I tab over. Anybody that's played the first person mission know what a matter ball is for? And we got matter ball decaying. I see. All right. And then we got an antenna. Oh, these are just under weapons. That's interesting. So weapon suppressors. We got these jammer antennas, military antennas, and these are suppressors. But we'll look at them a little bit more in a second on a player, on his equipment. All right. So next, again, this is only what's available through the Contact DLC purchased portion of the mod. That's all we're focusing on. So now we have this alien entity small. And you can see what it looks like there. We also have a gravity tool module and a scan module. Now, these are the ones I'm going to need some help with. I know a little something about them, but I can't figure out everything. So if you guys have a moment to provide feedback or comments and let me know what you think, how they work. So let's real quick, I'm going to give my guy here a UAV terminal, and I'm playing as NATO. And then let's go ahead and go back. Let's add, before I do that, let me add the Zeus module. Oh, this is interesting. So here's some of the modules. We'll look at those in a second. That's also important, I think. So let me clear this and add a Zeus module so I can hop in as Zeus if I want to add some things to shoot at. So Game Master Sync 2, and then we'll play. All right, so you can hear some sound effects from something. Oh wow, that anti-gravity module that I left in is actually affecting quite big. Either that or it's this doing it. Now this is what's going to be very interesting. I'm going to open the UAV terminal and notice the only things I put down were those alien entities, the gravity module tool, and the scan module. And those are all UAV controllable entities. So you can't drive them, but you do have the gunner control. And when I shoot this thing, I can hear it shooting, but I don't see its effects on anything. Let me go into third person a little bit. I see no effects of what it's doing, so I don't see it shooting. So if anybody has any clue as to what the purpose of this is, again, you can see it's kind of like an LMG 6.5. It's got 10,000 rounds, and then it's when I hit the switch, okay, now I've got no sound. Okay, totally different sound now. That's interesting. Okay, there we go. I finally got to something. Okay, I've seen this before. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. All right, so it launches. That was surprising. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do next is try it in nighttime. You're exactly right. So shoot it out. It all kind of attacked in front of me, and then the large balls explode into a bunch of small ones. So let's shoot further away this time. Okay, whoops, it shot on top of me and killed me. Alright, so let me restart that, and let's go ahead and change it to nighttime and see if it has a different effect. Alright, so let's go, let's see, let me go into Zeus here, and we'll change it to nighttime real quick. Oh, definitely interesting at night. That lens flare effect I put down, that would be interesting on the vehicles. And you can see it has one lens flare there and another one there. So I think I have it turned around backwards. So we'll turn it around in a minute so we can look at it better. Here's the two matters. All right, let's go in and remote control these things now. Exit out of Zeus, open terminal. And now I got my entity small, go into gunner. Probably not the best place to sit again. So let's start. Again, I don't see any effect. Definitely sound effects. I hope it's loud enough that you guys can hear it. Are you guys hearing anything? I forgot to check my settings. You're not hearing anything but me. Sorry about that. That really wasn't good of me. Alright, let's try that again. Okay. Hopefully you were hearing. Maybe you were. Alright, so that's the sound effect of the first one. I switch. Different sound effect. Again, I don't see any visual effect. Next one. Okay, I don't even hear a sound effect on that one. Next one. No sound effect. Next one. Alright, this is really weird. Oh, you have to be in it to hear the sound effect. That's weird. Okay, so there's the launcher. We'll go ahead and do that again. See what it looks like at nighttime. And it already killed me. I definitely need to move myself further away. I don't use a joystick, so or what do you mean by the oh, the launch, the flares? Yeah, we'll do flares in just a second. Yep, I did see it did say light there, and 99 of them for your launchers. So, all right, let me go ahead and return to editor, and I'm going to move myself. Actually, I did load. Shh, don't tell anybody. I loaded single player cheat menu. So I cannot die. I can make it so I don't die. But I'll move myself back a little bit here. Alright, single player. One more time, then we'll look at the other two objects, and we'll put down some more objects. Again, if you have any comments, questions, feedback to help me out here, I'm open to everything. Just add it to the comments here in the chat. I also did, see something interesting. These markers on the map, I know you don't really see them, but it's centered in the map there. Those are new, and I think those are power line markers. I'm going to go and check them out in a few minutes. But that looks new to a map. I don't think I've ever seen that marker before. I could be wrong, but let's go ahead and go into the alien module again. Let's go into Zeus, make it nighttime once more. Kind of did look better at nighttime. All right. And we'll go ahead and open the terminal. Sorry, someone's messaging me. We'll get back to them in a few minutes. So we're going to go into the gunner. And as you said, let's go ahead and hit some flares and see what happens. Oh my god. Yeah, I would say that flare is pretty effective. Let's do that. Oh boy. This. Jeez. Let's try that one more time. Yeah, if you want to blind everybody, that's the way to do it. I'm trying to... Now I'm not getting any sounds again through the guns.
I'm pretty sure the devs hate night vision.
There we go. Now we're getting sounds again. Alright, now back to sounds. Yeah, definitely different sounds, but I'm seeing a small effect. If you look on the very ground, you can see a flash when I shoot. Let me see if I can turn it. Yeah, you can barely see it there. Maybe I need to raise myself off the ground. Let's try that a little bit. So I'm in Zeus mode. Whoops. I didn't load a keyley, so let me go back to the editor. Let me bring this object off the ground, and maybe that will help. Or maybe it will fall straight to the ground as soon as I start.
Wave left your channel.
Alright, yep, it's just gonna fall to the ground. Alright, so those things do have physics on them. Alright, let's open the terminal. Let's take a look at the other entities while we're here. We do have this gravity module. Whoop. And I just killed it, whatever it did. We'll try it again in a second. Now this one does have the launcher as well. And it has the light, so the flares. I don't know where this just shoots them out the top. And then I was way away and it killed me. Alright, I definitely need to put on invincibility. Alright, so I need help. What are these things useful for? When would you ever use these in a game? We're trying to make a contact DLC map for our server. And I was originally thinking like an end game sort of thing where you have to go to a computer and download information while the aliens are trying to attack you and another group is trying to stop you from getting that intel as well. So that's the kind of thing I was looking at. I mean, yes, this is nice visually, but I don't know. We're going to have to see if I can get one of these aliens to shoot at me and see if it is effective as a enemy, basically. Because right now, I can't really control how it shoots or where it shoots. So let's take these out
Message received.
just for a second. Sorry, I am in our server. Whoops. Shouldn't be doing that. Alright, so what I'm going to do right now, to see how it shoots and whatnot, I'm going to put down an infantry of the bad guys with a where are they? With a UAV. So we'll put down a small UAV team. We'll get rid of this, and we will give them the aliens, and we'll see how they use it. So I'm going to put a small alien entity, and I'm going to sync it to them. Who's the controller? That's the operator. So we want him to be, yeah. So we're going to sync this group 2 here. Oops. Connect group 2. Oh, it won't group 2. That's interesting. So there's not... So normally when you put down a UAV, there's an AI entity in it. So we're going to have to see if there's actually an AI entity in that. So we're going to give him a graduate module. We'll put the scan module over here a little bit. I'm still over there. And let's go ahead and play as I'm going to play as a third party. No, because in Zeus you can't take over. Alright, let me just try shooting a team of... I'll be up or trying to shoot some blue 4 over here and see what happens. See if I can even do that. Alright. So let me take this off. And sync that to the operator here. And play as up 4 real quick. You don't think it shoots back, meaning the alien? Not by itself. I mean, I was thinking I would have to have a UAV operator. Whoops, I didn't. I mean, I can give them a UAV operator and just hide that UAV operator, basically. So let me just do play as character. There we go. But if it doesn't shoot well, it just randomly shoots. So open UAV. Oh boy. Oh boy. They killed me quick. That wasn't a good test. Oh wow, you can actually see the gravity module there was on autonomous. And that's the other thing. If it's on autonomous, you would think it would shoot back. So, I think maybe part of this is I do have to play the first person. Oh, the maps are different. That's very different. Oh, this is going to be... Okay, hold on. This is bizarre. Alright. I'm going to need help, people. This is problematic in a way because we use like the... Okay, so this is the scanning drone. It's got a topographical map, which is this. Electromagnetic spectrum. So this is really bizarre. I'm going to have to spend some more time. I know this is just a first look. But this is interesting. If you could hear conversations. And then underground network. Is there an underground network in this map? And then it's kind of frustrating from a server point of view where you add things to your map diary. That's not here anymore. I don't have a map diary. Which is how normally single player cheat menu works. It adds an item to that map so that I can now turn it on, but now I can't. So I lived this long, which is very surprising. So I mean,
can you give commands like from Zeus for the alien entities to move from point A to B?
I have no idea. I'm switching weapons quickly. Gosh, there's so many weapons before the launcher. Okay, and the launcher just went straight up and killed me. So, so I'm not. I don't think that the launcher is really a very effective thing. Again, if you have any comments, any questions, I'm gonna get rid of these guys, put them much further away, and then switch to some of the other scanning tools real quick, and try to figure them out a little bit. And I'm sorry, you know, if this is kind of a cooperative try to figure out the game mode a little bit. So if you have comments, please, you know, ask. If you have ideas, let me know. The live chat, I am watching it right now. So let's try a couple of these other objects real quick. I'm gonna be mean and set these guys up so they can't fight back. So this is part of one of the Threedens, and I'm just basically gonna tell them that the advanced AI, I'm gonna turn off their pathing so they can't run, and then I'm gonna turn off their targeting, auto target, auto combat. So they won't shoot back now. So just so I can test with it. They're probably a little too far away. Let me move them a little closer here. All right, there we go. So I'm going to go back in and try one more time. See if I can figure out what this gravity tool does, whether you turn it on or off. Autonomous, I didn't even look. And then we got the scanning module, and I think that again has to do with that radio, maybe that special map stuff that looked new. But let's try playing one more time. We're gonna select this guy, play his character. All right, so I still have anti-gravity all over, and I don't know if it's from that initial module. I'll get rid of it next time so we can see. I've got them down there. Yep, my guy sees them now. I'm gonna open UAV. Let's go into the gravity tool module. Go in as gunner. Okay, so this has a matter shot. Oh boy. Alright, that was the gravity cannon. Okay, so it's got matter shot, and I'm clicking, and that's not doing anything. But then I go to gravity cannon, matter shot, and that was that big bullet that's very hard to miss. And then I've got gravity shot 0 now. That's the gravity cannon. Okay, gravity shotgun. There's the other one. So, much shorter range. But it shoots a bunch at once. Let's zoom out so we can see it. Oh yeah, it's just outside of range, it looks like. That's doing weird things. Okay, here's the launcher. The launcher, it's weird because my thing... Oh! I think my gravity of my own object affected it, and it killed itself. I think is what happened. This is really bizarre. It's kind of hard to figure these things out. And that's why I need your help. Any ideas?
In the UAV window, can you like select right click on the object in the map and give it command to move another place or loiter or
oh yeah,
or
look
the
at this.
altitude stuff?
So these are my markers. Yeah, I'm trying to, let me go into release UAV, and then I'm picking that module. Okay, it's on autonomous right now. Yeah, I cannot give it in. I mean, it's got no controls for driver controls, so it's dead. All right, here's the weapons. It says on the left-hand side here. So it's got 99 flares and 99 launchers. And then this alien entity says it has gravity burst flares and light flares. And obviously it has more weapons than that, but they're not showing here. This whole new map is all very different, so it's kind of hard to get used to. So let's look at this again. See, again, you can hear it doing something. It's got different sounds. Here's the launcher. Okay, that's the light. And it's control C. Okay, here's the gravity burst. Oh, that gravity burst is not gravity burst. It's kill everything around. Oh no, that was the launcher. Sorry, I did the launcher again. Okay, this is the gravity burst. Now that's a cool little weapon. Oh wow, that killed me too. Oh boy, that hurts. Alright, so now I like that weapon. Let me get myself back alive here. Oh, it didn't kill me. It just knocked me unconscious. That is very, very interesting. Let me try this again. Okay. Open UAV. I'm as a small entity. I'm in the gunner. Okay, the launcher we've experienced before. It sounds like it just spits them straight up in the air no matter what. Yeah. And then they, oh boy, then they shoot out and can kill me. But the two different flare modes, that's kind of interesting. Remember though, you have to change your flare mode with the control key. So let's do that real quick before we kill ourselves any other way. So, I'm in as the alien entity again, the small one, they call it small. I'm going to hit Control C to switch from light to gravity burst. And we'll do that one more time and see what happens. Oops. And now C. Oh boy, that is so cool. Whoops, sorry. It shot him real far, but I don't think anybody's dead. I think we're just injured. Now volcanoes, yeah, we're just unconscious. So volcano's question is, from this, can I give him waypoints? And I cannot. So these objects are static objects. And they are in autonomous mode right now, so they should be shooting. Okay, so this has matter shot and matter shot. Again, we tried that a second ago, so this is the matter shot. Okay, gravity canyon with 99 shots and 1 reload. Then matter spray, gravity cannon. And again, I think we're just outside its range for that one. And I think that's it. See, now we've got launcher. There's so many weapons here. See, on matter shot, I'm trying to click now and it's not doing anything. The gravity cannon did. I hit change weapons again and it goes to 0 of 1 and I'm trying to reload and nothing's happening. And then reload, change weapons again. I go to the gravity cannon again. I change it and then back to the shotgun. There's got to be like different modes, because now I'm back at the launcher and I'm afraid to use it, but I will. And they killed my guy. So, time to make myself invincible here. Okay, so obviously there's some interesting stuff with these objects. They're UAV controlled, but they are static objects. It's going to take some playing around to figure out all their abilities and everything. We have the same for every side. Sorry, Tricky keeps joining here. We have the same for each side. So we have the matter entities. And then for independent, we can get a few more object specific, but nothing that different. For the off-road vehicles, they've added like the back cover, but this is just a standard off-road vehicle where you edit the appearance. And you can add like I know they added the antennas, which is kind of cool. Beacons, backpacks, show the bumper with winch, loudspeaker, police bar. There we go, there's the beacon and the loudspeaker. Hide the police bar again. So you can change these if you have, like on our public servers, we have a way to change the skins. I think if someone gets in the off-road vehicle, they would be able to add these now. You can start the beacons and start the police bar, so that's pretty obvious. Then the other thing they did add is the new UAVs, and I did find out some interesting things about those. Let me get rid of this guy. And I do still have the UAV operator, so let me get rid of this guy, and I will just add. Now the UAVs, which are very interesting, are part of the standard contact, so you actually don't have to purchase the DLC to be able to use these UAVs. So this is basically a camera, and then whoops, I did up 4. I'm gonna do, oh, I am up 4. Yeah, that's good. Actually, yeah, okay. So here's this. This is a prober, and then this is a camera, basically. And we're gonna look at these, and I'll show you something that I did find out, which is kind of interesting. Please don't do it on the NAK Squad servers. Anybody else's server, if they allow it, go for it. Let me put down a couple cars and stuff real quick. I'm going to make sure no crew in with them. Let's go a little bit smaller. We'll do a... we can try a truck. I haven't tried the Tempest and stuff. Alright, so I'm going to play right now. I should be able to connect to these as well as these guys still, but they tend to kill me, so I'm going to stay away from them. Let me get rid of that one. And then we'll make sure that I didn't lose anything that you guys might be interested in seeing. If there's something specific you want to see, go ahead and add it to the comments. I'll do my best to show it to you guys. And we're going to go ahead and play as character. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and connect these to our UAV terminal. And then we'll open our UAV terminal. And we'll connect to one of these. So I'm in the camera one now. Nope, I'm in the prober. So from the prober, from the turret controls, you can actually shoot a disruptor. I don't know how much it shoots. There are different camera modes. It's a little bit odd because they don't tell you. So camera 1 has 1 zoom level. Then it switches to camera 2, which is stationary at track level. And then camera 3 is a rear camera. And it shows you the lines to show you where you're going, which is kind of nice. But it's kind of hard to get used to which camera is which. But just remember, one has 2 zoom levels. So here's the interesting. As the camera, as this position, I can drive and everything. But this is the interesting thing I found. So let me go into third person. You can lift tanks with your camera. It's hard to get under certain ones. But if you can get it, the physics do seem to apply pretty well. Like if I can get this far enough under there. Yeah, see, it's wanting to slip. That's why I did it on the track. That's where I found it works best. Yeah. Tanks are a little harder. If you can get it under the tracks, it will lift it all the way. Let's go to a truck real quick and we can show you on a truck. Can use these things to stop traffic. There we go. So, totally lift the truck with the camera arm. And let's go ahead and see what sort of... Whoop, I'm stuck under it now. I've never been stuck under it before. I did try moving it, and the physics do seem to work in a way you kind of get stuck on things, so you can't really tow a vehicle with it. So let's go and shoot the disruptor here. Ah, that's not bad. That flattened the tires in 2 shots. Let's see, we got slug, pellets, and a laser. So it is nice to have a laser. That's interesting. Maybe I should check that and see if the laser, if I have a laser on those other UAVs lock onto it. So let me release UAV controls. No, it went autonomous on its own and moved back. Let's see. Okay, I'm back in the scan launcher. Okay, so this only has the launcher. It is so weird. Oh, it immediately went to attack me. That is interesting. Alright, so maybe I'm getting a little bit more practical use of this now. That's interesting. Alright. And then this is the other UAV. That one's now been dead. So this has what's called a sampling laser. Let me reload it again. It works. It doesn't have a lot of damage. But I was able to damage a vehicle. I think it's meant to work with a script to, you know, break open rocks, that sort of thing. Now, it does have a biopsy probe. And this will actually, the biopsy probe will eventually kill people or damage things as well. But it's very slow. It literally is just meant to take a biopsy. It just shoots a little depressor out. I used it on a person, and it took me like 12 or 13 times to kill a person with it. So it's not like anybody's going to sit there and let you, whoa, hit them 12 or 13 times. Changing of tires is normally done with scripts, but an ACE uses a script, and we use ACE on our NAK Tac events. By default, we have them all carry tires in their stuff. Normal Arma without ACE, the server side could have a script, or there's nothing default Arma that's going to change tires. All right. There are, again, the drones. We've shown most everything up to this point. I just wanted to make sure I didn't leave anything out. Look at my previous videos if you want to see what's more in the Contact platform, which has been available in the dev unit up to this point. We're looking at the DLC Contact only. Oh, there were some of the weapons that are new that I haven't looked at. These SD experimental antennas, and we have the Spectrum device. So let's go ahead and see what those are. I'm going to go ahead and take out this guy. I'm going to just put a blue 4 down. I'm not a big fan of how they did the woodland uniform. I wish they would have just gone with the old M81 pattern, which is the larger. This just looks like they recolored MTP. The masks are okay, though it's made for scuba or para, which is kind of interesting that they're kind of using them for gas masks. I did see someone make a mod where this becomes a scuba mask or a paradrop mask, which is kind of interesting. It was posted on the workshop recently. So let's go ahead and look in the loadout real quick, see what they have new. So under handguns, Spectrum device. This is what's new that we haven't seen before. We can put a flashlight on it. Experimental antenna. Let me switch to pistol real quick here. Let me get rid of his, again, something Ace does better, but okay, switch to your pistol. Let me go ahead and do it this way. All right. So obviously this is something that would need to be scripted, or they may have modules for it already. And I think this is probably some way to detect. It's probably going to be used to detect aliens some way. So I don't think it's going to be of much use from a non-scripted or modded, just vanilla perspective. Though I did look at the modules briefly. There was that new module that I saw, so maybe we'll look at that. There is it looks like a new game mode, maybe even for multiplayer. I haven't even looked to see if they have a multiplayer for Contact. Does anybody in the comments know if they released a multiplayer mode for Contact specifically? Okay, so let's go ahead and look at his. Let me just put down a full arsenal is what we'll do. Oh, I am so used to having Achilles. Oh, you put it on a soldier himself. That's interesting. Okay. Let me go ahead and exit out of here. You get so used to doing things one way with Achilles and whatnot. So let's go ahead and edit him real quick one more time. Yeah, I didn't think so, but I'll show you in a second. The modules, they do have some game mode modules that appear to be new, like the sector control sort of modules. All right. So these are all the weapons that we covered in my previous video. There's nothing new here. We did have this we showed. So we got a jammer antenna and a military antenna. So again, this could be interesting for game modes where you're going to jam, you know, bad guys are coming in to decode information, and if you have the jammer, you can jam his information, jam him from decoding that. But I think that's all that they've added that wasn't in the dev version. So let's go ahead and look at these real quick. I was talking to Koz in the comments there. They do have these new modules. So they have an antenna module. Oh, okay. So this is interesting. So this is maybe where that whole thing with the receiver is. So now maybe we're talking. So we can give it a frequency. Here's its frequency. Let's give it some music real quick. Alien preset. Signal. I have no idea what any of these are. But let's just put something. Power in wattage. And then its gain. And that's how loud it is. And then sensitivity and its angle. I have no idea what baked is. I know what a receiver is, but we want a transmitter. So we'll see if this guy can detect this antenna. Danger zone, that's a new module. And this is just hidden or non-hidden danger zone. I don't know, maybe it adds a map. Faraday cage. So this is where signals cannot be received or sent from. And maybe I'll put a Faraday cage in a second antenna. And we'll put this... Okay, it didn't change. So we'll go ahead and change the frequency of this one real quick so they don't overlap. We'll put this one at 350 as its angle, so it should point the opposite direction almost of the other one. We'll make it a transmitter. Okay, and we'll give it Morse code so we can hear some noise. Now it's in a Faraday cage, so its signal should not come out of this box, but once I go in the box, I may be able to hear it. Gravity anomaly. I did have, I thought, a module, the gravity module down, but I don't see it anymore. So I think this is just a little bit more control of that pre-built module that was in the objects. So if I go to objects, again, I showed it at the very beginning, we have this gravity anomaly that's already pre-built, and it just reversed the gravity in an area. I think this just gives you a little bit more control. Let's go here. Then we have point of interest, which is new. Type, warning or unknown. Type, black, red, or blue. Activation. I have no idea what that is. Maybe you can activate it with a trigger or change its activation state. And then simple object. Okay, so this is just another way to load a simple object in. Plenty of mods for people that are interested in making their own missions. Plenty of mods that have simple objects built in. There's one I use on a regular basis. You just select all your objects that you want to be simple objects, put a check mark on them, and then it creates an SQF file for you automatically. It's a really good simple object mod. You got to remember with simple objects is there's no physics, so if you put it on a building or something like that, the doors won't open, windows won't break, and AI aren't great with their pathfinding with simple objects in the way. So if you make a fence into a simple object, sometimes the AI will walk right through the path or the fence. So just keep that in mind if you ever want to make simple objects. All right, we're going to put this now as first player. Oh, I didn't say to play as that guy, so Give me a second, sorry. We're going to see if these... Oh, it did work. All right, so we'll see if he can detect anything now. I don't think this is doing anything at all. Okay. No task selected. Okay, what task did it create for me? Okay, we do have investigate point of interest. Interesting. Okay. So putting that one object down, it just made it become an investigate and near. So pretty simple. I don't think the antennas are doing anything, or at least I'm not able to detect them. Actually, let's go here and see if we see the antennas. And we do not see the antennas. Actually, there is a bar here. Was that there before? That's between 400 and 500. Alright. Obviously, I don't know how to use these things. Hoping maybe you guys had some ideas. We don't have enough people watching to get the feedback right now. Maybe once I do figure them all out myself, I will come and make another video. Or I may make a video as I make the game mode for the NAK squad servers.
Vile.
Yep, go ahead.
I think I figured out what that second part of the map is. I think it's like a chart you can use. It says like cell phones or radio or FM and stuff like that. And I see a frequency on that device you hold. So basically, I think you set the device that you're holding to a frequency and then search for the range of that frequency that you need. For example, if you're searching for a phone or a laptop, it has
I
a
know,
range of
but
frequency on
if
that
you
map.
look, I set this radio's antenna frequency to what it was defaulting to. So this defaulted in that range, that device, and it wasn't detecting it. So I can try again, because I do have it in the Faraday cage. I forgot to maybe move close enough. But
That also...
I don't... Your timing in the video is going to be way off. They're 30 seconds behind hearing you. But I don't see any way to change the frequency either. I went through all my keys and didn't see any way to do it. Oh, now that's interesting. Noise. See, no. Showing signals for SD experimental antenna. 390. Drone hack. Music. Okay. So you can hack a drone with it on the experimental. Okay, so I am changing with the change ammo key. So I may be able to hack a drone. Okay, so now there's nothing, I don't see a way to change this miss. It's either noise. That's weird. Okay, we're definitely, yeah, this is interesting. It's not a scanner more than it is a broadcaster. So I'm broadcasting noise on that. So if I go here and drone, I'm broadcasting a drone hack on that frequency. All right. So let me change weapons again, because it did have an antenna as well, and then the jammer. So I think I walked within that zone, and it... No, maybe not. Let me put this really close so I can't miss it. Let me just put a quick marker on the map around it. Sorry, this whole video was to kind of have you guys help me figure it out. So if you have any questions, comments, or any ideas, please let me know. I'm definitely willing to listen to your ideas and how I can get this done, or what things do, or what I might try. So we're going to make this much smaller. That's about the size of it. All right. So now I'll know the circle I need to be in. Let me put the other devices here on the ground. So we got the Spectrum device, We've got the experimental, we've got the jammer, and then we've got military. Don't know what they all do, but at least I can pick them up and change them. And now for suppressors, you have the same thing for probably that this main rifle that they recommend. The new main rifle. Let me give him that rifle and we'll check it. Yeah, the Promet. Now the Promet's not bad. I mean, it's a 6.5. I definitely like the Promet with the master key that has the shotgun underneath it. That is kind of interesting. I think it's this one, yeah. So let's go ahead and try that.
Walker CJ joined your channel.
I don't think no, you're coming back. We did go over the UFOs at the beginning. The shoot, we did show that at the very beginning of the thing. The frequency, page up and page down, we'll try that in just 1 second. Alright, so here's the add-ons. Well, let me pick up that one. This is supposed to be a suppressor for this. Yep. Oh no, so that's just the device. Here's this. So is it? No, not for this. Okay, so now we've got the Spectrum device. Let's pick up. Okay, so he says to try doing page up and page down to change frequencies. So that's noise, and here's my, whoops, sorry. I use an orb weaver, so my page up and page down keys are different. Yeah, page up and page down is not changing frequency. Alright, let's try the other devices here and see what they do. So we're going to take the... Alrighty. Oh, that's weird. It's the whole thing. It didn't just do it as an add-on. So that's the one piece, and I thought these were just going to be add-ons. But they're the whole thing as well. Alright, that's okay. So let's see. So this just changes the frequency. So from what it looks like is, let me go into my inventory. So this one works between 390 and 500. The one I'm carrying works between 78 and 89. So I think that's basically, they're pre-built with those. So I think these are all just broadcasters, to be honest. Music. Okay, now this is different. Oh boy, we're getting a little bit more now. So now I can broadcast. This is weird. I'm definitely going to have to play the first person or the single player game. So we still have the miscellaneous, but now I have... We definitely have some new features. So these are... That's interesting. Let's try the jammer. This is really interesting. Yeah, I'm going to have to go through just random key presses to figure it out for sure, but... Alright, so let's try this one now. So this one is just the jammer. Alright, see that's weird now. I put that marker on the map and it's just not showing at all. That I put that gray box, so obviously you're losing some functionality of it as well. Underground network. I don't see anything on this map, so it must be something that the developers have to actually write into it. Or the mission makers. Yeah, the giant entity doesn't do anything that I've been able to see. These what they call the small alien entities do. They will shoot. All right, let me go back to this one more time. Okay, so this has the drone hack, and that's what's different about it. I think I left that drone out there, but oh no, I'm on the other team because I'm independent, aren't I? Maybe I can hack these drones. That would be interesting. Alright. Oh, okay. You can change frequencies, but within that range. Mouse wheel. There we go. We figured something out. So you can change... You can change the frequency within its total range. So that's something new. I really don't like this new map. I understand why they're doing it, to make it look more real. And I did read somewhere that said you can change it back, but I'm going to have to figure that out. It's definitely interesting. All right. Oh no, I'm controlling the. I can not move the aliens, but I can control them. We did that in the first part of the video. We're trying to look at what these danger zone things are. Again, I'm not seeing any difference. Faraday cage is probably going to block a signal, but I'm not hearing a signal. I don't know how these broadcast a signal. Now these were supposed to be just broadcasting constantly over a signal, but I don't know how they work and how I would try to receive them. See, I've got an antenna. To me, an antenna should be picking up signals, but I guess my antenna is both picking up and receiving, and I'm just not knowing how to use it. All right, so quick modules. We did all of them. Yep. Point of interest is kind of nice. It's just quick. Point of interest. Warning. Red. Okay, and so when I join the map, it just becomes a task, basically. It's just a simple way to do tasking. So, quick rundown. We've got they broke the mod into two parts for mission makers. The contact platform, which is available to anybody that wants to download the DLC content and has not paid for it. When you go into DLCs, if you haven't paid for it, you can download the DLC and all these items become available. To do the paid DLC, you only get these. And there are some new items which we showed. If you go back and watch the beginning of the stream, once I'm done, you'll be able to watch the whole stream. Some simple particle effects, some gravity effects, some of these objects are the alien network debris and whatnot. Then we have the chemical detector. Oh, I did not show the chemical detector. I don't know how to make chemicals. I don't see any module that says, you know, place chemicals or chemicals in this area. Maybe that's what the danger zone is. Did I leave the danger zone? I did. So maybe we can try that real quick. Then we have the large alien entity, which is this thing back here. Again, it to me looks like just a static object. It does nothing. It does have nice pretty lights on it at nighttime. I'll switch to night right before I leave. I can add my own lens flares as well, and you can move them up and down. And it's a bright blue light at nighttime. Here, let me just switch to nighttime now. It's a little hard to develop at night, so I'll make it early evening. And you can see it's got nice lighting effects and whatnot. But you can put your lens flares anywhere you want and move them around. Moving things in the editor can be a little hard sometimes because perspective-wise. So you can rotate the lens flare. What I do is I try to put it right under my object, and then I switch to moving with the XYZ. That way I can move it straight up with no problems. And if I need to move it out, then I just move it out. That's how I generally move objects around. You get better placement that way, I think, in my opinion. Also, you can change to object widget coordinates instead of the map. That way your grid is based on the object's position. So that's the best way to position objects. Then we have the matter ball, which I showed as these things. They go a little bit. Again, you could script all sorts of stuff to make, do different things with these matter balls. I don't know what they do in first person. Other people have made some videos playing the first person game. I may go through it and play it and show some stream of it. But I just wanted to, all the shotguns and stuff are in my past video. We'll go ahead and do one more time with the gravity effect here. Here's the gravity anomaly. Looks interesting. And let's go ahead and play it, and we'll try that detector and end the video here, I think. Alright, so I turn the beacon on that thing. You can hear some noise. Here's the anti-gravity effect. Again, as I said at the beginning of the video that you guys can go back and rewatch, it's just a particle effect like any other particle effect, like smoke or dust. And it's just phasing in, and each object has a lifetime, and then they fade out. Honestly, it's not super impressive to me. There was another module that gives you a little bit more control over it, but there are plenty of particle effect mods out there for developers. I would get one of those. You have a lot more control, and you can even point to your own graphic file and have it become a particle effect. So those are much better if you're familiar with scripting. If you're new and this is just a quick one, definitely the way to go. And there's plenty of other stuff around. There's my lens flare effect way up there. You can see that the object itself has its own lens flares on it. These here are controllable from a UAV position. And we showed all that sort of stuff. And I think that's really about it. I do like the Promet with the master key on it, which is kind of nice. The shotgun and the 6.5. There is something that affects the player. It's as one of these UAV alien devices. I think it was this one had the ability to basically push me away from the object. Didn't kill me, but it pushed me away. Watch the full video. It will show you more of the information. We've been going about an hour now. There's not a whole lot more to show. Definitely take a look at the whole video. Please remember to like and subscribe. We try to do things that you guys are going to like to see. If there's anything that you're curious about, go ahead and leave a comment in the video. We'll potentially make a video for it. If you want to see how to do more of development side, let me know. I can definitely do a stream while I'm creating our missions, the missions that I work on, or the NAK Tac missions. If you want to see what's involved with making a mission, it's really easier than most people think. And that will get more people creating content. But we will be having a server online with the DLC content shortly. Unfortunately, the dev version did not include these types of elements, so I didn't have any way to develop the full mission. It'll be a end game type mission where you're going around and having to control sectors and download content while the bad guys and the aliens are trying to stop you. At this point, we probably will be keeping it as vanilla as possible to give it as many players can play it. We may work on another mod at some point using, I know some of you have seen the contact mod in the workshop. which has more alien ships that shoot and fight back and stuff like that can be shot down, we may create a server that uses that mod as well, and to give you guys more of an advanced alien attack. But I think this is kind of supposed to be, the aliens aren't attacking, but they're landing. And they're leaving stuff behind where people have to go and retrieve it, and multiple sides are fighting over that info. Not as much aliens attacking. But we definitely can do an aliens attack. We have been doing some research at the Ravage mod to see if we can modify the Ravage mod or talk to the author of the Ravage mod to add aliens and add this sort of stuff into it. So, any other questions? If not, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And thank you. Please remember to like and subscribe. Push the bell icon so you can hear whenever we post another live stream. We do live stream every Saturday for NAK Tac. If you're interested in more information about NAK Squad or NAK Tac, visit our website at www.naksquad.net. Thanks a lot.